Great day, everybody. It's Percy Hampton with Hampton Legacy 3. I'm on my third dumpster. They delivering the last one, taking the other one away. The project is going good, but we about to ramp it up. I'm gonna throw everything at it that I can, all the money, all the resources, all the contacts. We want to try to get this done by the end of the month. Percy Hampton, Hampton Legacy 3. All right, so we out in the yard. I noticed that it was some holes in the yard, so we filled the holes up with some topsoil, but we're gonna get a landscaping company to come through, and after we cut all the bushes and trees and just kind of clean the property, get the leaves off, we're gonna have a landscaping come through and finish up and polish everything up what we did. All right, so on this job, we didn't need an architect because we were not messing with the square footage of the house. So since we're just turning the dining room into a master bathroom, we were able to do our own little sketch. This is the before sketch, like front door, living room, baths, existing bath, bedroom, 3, 2, 1, dining room, kitchen, water heater, carport. So this is the new plan. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna turn that bedroom 1, we're gonna bust a hole right there into the master bathroom. We're gonna relocate that kitchen door over here, and then we're gonna make a water heater, washer and dryer place, utility room in this area right here. Man.
Oh yeah, you said you was here today.
Yes, sir. We're trying to get this, we got it framed out. Just wanna walk through the layout and maybe we can,
No worries.
get a good quote.
Yes, sir.
So this is the master bath right here. We're gonna turn this in. So this is gonna be the master bedroom. Come in here. I wanna put the toilet right here.
Okay.
I wanna do a shower. I'm not gonna do a tub. I got like a left-handed glass that they're gonna put in with the tile. Mm-hmm. So I want one of those heads to come out the wall on the left-hand side, and then I want one to come out. The rain one, the shower
so
one.
You want a rain head included in
I'm gonna give, the shower like 40-some inches, and then I'm gonna do like a 72-inch vanity, like a double vanity, stubbed up right here.
Sounds good.
Then the other thing I wanna do, you guys did this, but I wanna relocate it. So.
Washing machine box.
Yeah, so.
I kinda had a feeling.
Yeah, so,
no
biggie, man. So I'm thinking I'm gonna put the refrigerator right here. So we still need a water line here.
Okay.
I'm gonna put the dishwasher somewhere on this, but we're gonna open this wall up.
Okay.
And we're gonna put some steps. It's a water heater already right here in this corner. I'll open that up for you.
Okay.
But I wanna put the stackable washer on the other side. I'll show you. It's like a little shed. We're gonna make this like a little utility room down here. We're gonna open this up. It's gonna be like a doorway, steps. We're gonna close off the outside door. And
Okay.
we're gonna put, the water heater already is here, but we wanna put the washer dryer stackable over there.
Okay. Yeah, that shouldn't be no
makes
big
sense.
deal. I see part of the plumbing going down through right there already.
Yep. And I got the keys. If you want to go back in there, we can open it up so you can see what it look like.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Appreciate you, man.
Sleep in whenever you can.
Man, do I have the key?
Especially doing this kind of work. You can be here, or they'd have them in a garage if it was a garage. Okay.
Away, step down,
Then you have your
washer dryer over here, water heater over there. And we're gonna close this. This won't be accessible.
That should be fine. The only thing I have to do is drill some holes to get water lines underneath the crawl space portion, and I would insulate them being in here.
Yeah,
just
cool.
like how they did these.
Yes, sir. And that PEX should be easy to reroute. That's the good stuff, right?
Yeah, PEX. That's what's really awesome about PEX and why I upsell it to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
For one, it's flexible. It makes it 10 times easier to install,
Mm-hmm.
and for two, it has like a. So it works off of like a memory.
Mm-hmm.
So in other words, like out of all your different types of plumbing material for water lines, it's the least likely to freeze and burst.
Good information, man.
Mm-hmm.
So can you run them on the exterior walls? You know how they say you don't run plumbing on the exterior walls, but with PEX, can you run that on the exterior walls?
It's not. So it's kind of preference related.
Mm-hmm.
It's a risk that you take on running water lines on exterior walls. It's frowned upon. Is the way I'll put it. So
Yeah.
like it's not that you can't do it. It's just
It's frowned upon. It's not the best
Yeah.
practice.
Right.
I wouldn't do it. I was just asking just to see if the PEX could handle being on the exterior wall. But I learned that from my existing house. Don't run nothing, no plumbing on exterior walls.
Like with this right here, it would really be a good idea once you've got everything set in and tied in how you want and all that good stuff to throw you some insulation in here and sheetrock them walls.
Gotcha.
The more you can prevent those
better.
pipes from getting frozen, the better.
Gotcha.
Period.
Noted.
But other than that, I mean, heck, nothing we can't handle, man.
All
We
right,
just
cool.
have to bust a little concrete in here, because
Yep.
I have to get you draining your water, up under and into the crawl space portion. But it's not impossible
Cool, man.
by no means.
Appreciate your time, man. Appreciate you answering my questions, man.
Oh yeah, and that extra bathroom, believe it or not, it'll add some value to your home here too.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm thinking.
That's what my boss just did. He bought a house right next to his actually, and we did the remodel on it and put him in an extra bathroom. Except it's more or less like a half bath, but it brings up the value of a home when you add an extra bathroom.
Oh yeah. Why you think? Convenience?
Convenience, and it's just like anything else, like you go and look at a house, let's say it's got two bedrooms, one bath, you're gonna be like, it's gonna get a little confusing in that one bathroom, like you'll be fighting with somebody to use that bathroom or whatever. So I'd have to say, yeah, it's more or less like a convenience thing. You know what I mean?
Good.
Like the more bathrooms, it just brings up the value of the home, because then you don't have people fighting over a bathroom. You're more likely to sell the house that way,
Yep.
So
Good
What's it-
information, man.
it's got 2 baths already or one?
One. It's got one existing
Yeah.
bath.
I definitely add that extra bath in.
I might change the tub too. I might want to show you that too, because I want to change that tub out. It's got an old school tub. Maybe we just look at that
Yeah,
too.
yeah, we'll
While
take a
we're
look at it
Yeah.
while I'm here. But I think pegs and copper are definitely a secure. One thing you really have to do is you have to have a tile guy come behind me, because you got to at least come up
Yep.
about. I usually try and keep it 3 tiles high.
Okay.
But sometimes I go up to this 4th tile, as far as like taking the tile out to pull the tub.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So, but that's no big deal.
Yep. And
But I'll
then
just fair warn you, if we do that, you'll have to have you a tile guy to come
Definitely.
back and do this.
definitely. What you think about mowing plumbing fixtures? Because I want to go with some mowing. I got a rep at Home Depot, and I got a mowing rep. What you think about mowing products?
If you want my personal opinion,
Yeah.
I'm not too big on mowing.
You not? What's up? What's up with them? Maintenance?
Well, yeah, they're the best way I can put it to you is they have a lot of plastic involved in them. So when it comes to like maintenance and the longevity of like how long it's gonna last overall, it typically doesn't stand up to most other types. If you want my personal recommendation, of course you can get whatever you would like, and I'll put it in for you.
Yeah,
You know,
for
that's
sure.
All customer requests there. But if you want a personal recommendation, especially price wise and as far as quality, I'd be looking at Price Fister.
Price Fist. Okay, I've seen
Yes,
them.
sir. It's most of their packaging's like red and white labeled.
Yep.
But they have very good stuff. It's for the most part brass, so less likely to wear, less likely to have issues with it, that kind of thing.
Cool. And it's reasonably priced.
Yes, sir.
Cool. Okay.
Delta can be too. It just depends on what you're putting in. They're single lever fixtures with Delta, so like fixtures like this where it's just got the single handle. They're typically a really good price for them.
Yeah.
It's when you get into like the 3 handles that Delta can be a little more expensive on. But yeah, as far as recommendations, that would be what I would go with. But like I said, a mowing's not gonna hurt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's really just, in most cases, it's preference related. But do keep in mind, like, way later on in the future, because it's not going to give you problems for a long time, but way later on in the future, if that cartridge has to be swapped out, then you might end up having some issues with having to replace the valve again or
Gotcha.
things like that.
Man, I appreciate your knowledge, man.
Yeah.
What about, I mean, I know this probably don't matter, but I'm going to throw this out there. So all the fixtures I'm doing, all the plumbing fixtures I'm doing, they're going to be like the black matte. You know, the black, I'm
Oh,
just,
yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
trying to spice it up a little bit, man, the fixtures a little bit.
Oh yeah, and that's actually one of my favorite trim colors. Either the black or like this right here, which is
Brushed nickel.
what we call brushed nickel.
Mm-hmm.
I like the brushed nickel because it has that stainless steel look to it.
Yep.
But
Me
the
too.
black looks very
Really
good too.
cool.
Like I wonder if I still got the pictures. I may not. But I just did I got a customer that he flips properties.
Mm-hmm.
And I just did.
Can I show you the kitchen?
Uh,
One more. Let me show you. Do a nice, like a nice black sink with the, the black.
oh yeah, yeah. You can with plumbing, most of it, unless it's going to be inside of a wall. With plumbing, most of it's preference related.
Okay.
So it's really whatever you like as far as style, all that stuff. Because I can make anything work. You know
Cool.
what I mean? That's
Good
just
stuff.
totally a preference for you.
Look, man, I appreciate you coming
Yes,
out,
sir.
man. Hopefully we get you in here sooner than later.
Yeah.
And man, give me a good quote, man, so we can get it done.
I got you. So as far as we're looking at, do you want me to just do the quote for just the bathroom for now until you can kind of figure out what all you want to do with the sinks?
Yeah,
and
the tub. Yeah, I just wanted to kind of give you a visual what it was, but yeah.
And I can tell you this too: that tub is actually in fairly decent shape. But if you wanna, make some changes to make it like
Spice
more
it up a little bit.
stylish, what I would recommend is change out the waste and overflow on it. With the, if you wanted to do the matte black, or if you wanted to do the brushed nickel, we can get the trim that'll go with whatever you want. And then same for your shower valve.
Okay.
Whatever kind of trim you want, we can find it, order it, pick it up. It doesn't matter. We can handle
Cool.
all that.
I appreciate that, man. I can save some money right there.
But the tub itself, I'll tell you, is in good shape.
It's in good shape.
I wasn't
Mess
too
with it.
much worried about it. But like I said, that's also a preference thing. You want to swap it out, we can do that. But
Nah, man, that sounds like a money saving thing right there. Just retile it, do the waste drain, do the valves.
that would be my recommendation, because that's an old cast iron tub, and chances are it's not going to give you problems for.
Long time.
I'll probably be dead and gone before it ever gives a problem.
Wow. You a young man.
30.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Young man. I'm 49, man.
But I've been doing plumbing almost 10 years now, man. So as far as everything goes, I can handle
stuff.
just about everything out there.
Good stuff.
Yes, sir.
Nobody can mess with your stuff. You sound like that dude. What's that racing movie? Ron Jeremy, Ricky Bobby. Nobody can mess with my stuff.
Oh, yeah. Talladega Nights.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
That
too.
is funny as hell. But yeah, appreciate you coming out, man.
Yeah, man. No worries.
We look forward to the quote, and we'll get you in here as soon as possible. You good?
No worries.
All right, man. I don't want to fumble that. That's a
So-
big deal.
Left-handed showers, more than likely.
That exterior, that means it's that way?
That means your valve and your drain are probably gonna sit on this wall. Because on a left-handed tub, that's where it would sit at.
That's-
So
I know that's the exterior wall.
you may have to remove that window,
Yeah.
but I'll leave that up to y'all. You know what I mean? Just with the left-handed, basically with the left-handed tub and showers, it just implies that your drain and your valve are gonna be on the left side.
Okay.
So, like I said, you may have to take this window out, or you may have to get you a right-handed shower, whichever you prefer to do. I'll leave that up to you.
Yeah, I might not be able to use it on this one because it's exterior wall, right?
Well, you could, and you may not even have to remove the window if you just kind of fur this wall out some. But I have a feeling you're probably gonna want to remove that.
It's not a good bathroom window. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a bathroom now, so
Right.
you probably
It's not a good bathroom window.
bathroom window. It was a good dining room window, but it's not a good bathroom window.
Right.
So we probably gonna swap that window out anyway. I'm gonna get the window swapped out anyway.
That's what I would do, and heck, you can even have them leave open the
The
sheetrock.
wall, so you can do your plumbing stuff. Yep.
And if you really are concerned about, your water pipe being in this exterior wall right here, then what you can do is when you get your shower in, you know, I don't know how big it is. I'd have to see the bottom of it myself. But more than likely, you'll have to fur out a wall because this looks like it would be slightly too big for a shower. But I'm not, like I said, don't quote me on that.
Yeah.
I'd have to see the bottom pan of it first. But I would make your fur on this side.
Yeah.
So that way you can bring this wall out some, put your plumbing in it, and it's not directly on
On the
outside
outside wall and still insulated, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What about you ever heard of Schuler's? The Schuler's pans? Like it's a type of pan for the showers. We got it in my shower in my house, and we had to do the shower twice. That's how I know about it. It's something called like a Schuler's pan. It's like orange in color. You ever heard of it?
I can't really recall.
I might be saying the name wrong, man, but me and my wife been talking. We've been dealing with that at our house. So
Is it a tile-in shower?
yeah, it's a tile-in shower. It's got the rain shower, and then it's got the head coming out the left.
Yeah, see, that's typically a thing that you're gonna find common with tile showers where the base is tile. But if you have a plastic base, you don't have to worry about that.
Got you. So this would be a plastic base.
Well, that's
Up to me.
up
That's
to
my
you.
preference.
Yes, sir.
Got you.
That's your preference.
What would
entirely.
you recommend? A plastic base?
Either one of them are great, honestly. Plastic bases, they're very good. The only thing about the plastic bases is it's highly recommended that you cushion them. So like up under before you set your bottom of your base down. Typically, in most cases, they'll use grout or something of that nature. That's what I would recommend is grout or maybe even like a mortar mixture without the rocks in it, you know. Because if you don't cushion it, what'll happen is, especially with a heavier set person, they'll step in it and it'll crack. So you have to, it depends on the installation of it, how you install it.
Yeah.
I can install a plastic base and it would work just as fine as a tile shower would, you know what I mean?
Got you. You got to make sure they know what they're doing when they
Right.
installing the plastic base. That's what it sounds like.
Right.
Good
Just gotta
info.
make sure it's got that cushion up under it, because if you don't have something solid underneath it, it can and possibly will break. I can't say 100% sure because you don't know who's gonna be living in here
Right.
yet, you know. But
Right. But I'm flipping it, man. So I want to do it right the first time. But
yeah, I like the idea. I think it'll be fine.
cool,
You
man.
definitely have enough space here to make it a nice bathroom.
That's good info, man. I appreciate your input.
Oh yes, sir.
Good.
And plumbing's not too far away from all this either, so it won't be hard at all.
One more thing. It may not affect you, but I'm thinking about putting like the heated floors in. And that wouldn't, as long as I put it shouldn't mess with your plumbing as long as I put it just around your stuff.
Yeah, the only thing is, I'll tell you this. So you'll want to have your water lines in first. So of course my part of the deal will come in first.
Yeah.
And one recommendation to you is make sure that you keep your heated floors. I usually recommend a good space, probably like 2 to 3 foot around your toilet. You want to keep that heated floor away from that. The reason being is because your toilet is going to have a wax seal. So if you have your heated flooring too close to the
Wax.
the wax,
It'll melt that wax. That's what it sounds like.
You'll
Yeah.
have a lot of leaks out of that toilet.
So keep that heated floor away from that wax seal. That
So,
makes
like,
sense.
We'll say like if you put your toilet right here, you know what I mean? Just make sure you keep your heated flooring, you know, about like this away from
Got you.
your wax seal, just so that way you don't end up having leak after leak after leak after leak with your toilet. You know what I mean?
That's good info, man. I appreciate
They
that.
make waxless seals, but I'm gonna tell you they're not good.
Yeah, I probably just do the walkway, like from the shower to the bedroom. Just, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, like if you came from like the doorway straight across, you
Yep.
know, get right here in front of your vanity and in front of your shower. I don't see nobody having a problem with that.
yeah, that's
Be
what I'm
pretty
thinking.
nice.
All right, cool. Yes, sir.
Yep. But that's the only thing I can tell you about the heated floor that could be a problem is if you just get it too close to that wax seal.
Good info, man.
But like I said, as long as you keep it away from it, you good. You can do whatever you want to.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir.
Can't wait to get y'all in here, man. Y'all
Oh,
next.
yeah.
Y'all up next, man.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah, I like how you got everything framed out too. That'll make it a lot easier.
yeah, they
I can
did.
see how it's all laid out.
They did a good job, man. I'm impressed, man. So
Sure did. That's a really good idea too, because you had plenty of space here for it. You know.
and I was thinking,
You got your big open living room, walk path to get into the kitchen.
most people don't use their dining rooms like they used to. So I'm like, man, we could just
Right.
convert this, maybe have like an eat-in kitchen, maybe have a little cubby here where they could eat right there, you know, like a little high table
Yeah.
or something. But
Yeah, most people sit on the couch and watch some TV while they eat nowadays.
and the living room is untouched.
Right. Yeah.
Yep. I mean, the dining room is untouched.
Yeah. I like it.
All right, man. Cool. I'm
Um,
glad you like it, man.
One question. Oh yeah, that's right. We already discussed that. You're moving that into there. Okay. I'm taking mental.
Yeah, man. Take your time, man. No rush, man. Take as much time as you need.
Alrighty. Well, I'll get you a quote wrote up, man. I'll get Mr. Smallwood to email it over to you, or I'll bring you a paper copy, or however you want to do it.
Appreciate it, man. I'm gonna always have somebody here, so if you want to drop it off over here, either myself or my dad is gonna be here, man. So either way, I'll get it. I want to get y'all started sooner than later, man.
I got you. I'm just trying to figure out how exactly I'm gonna write up the quote, because I know you got this, and then moving the washer, and then you're gonna have some changes in that bathroom. Yeah. So would you rather me write it up in a couple of different quotes, like just for this bathroom and then for the extra stuff, or?
Let's do the bathroom and the utility room, and like moving the wash machine down there in one quote.
Okay.
And then maybe the bathroom, kitchen, if you know what I mean, or we could wait until we actually.
Yeah, that's what I would recommend. I'll go ahead and write up what we do know is going to be changed, which would be this, and of course moving that into there.
Yep. And that's the only thing gonna be permitted is this and moving that. The other stuff is just, you know.
Yeah.
After the fact.
But and from there, once you decide, you know, what all you're wanting to make change wise in that bathroom and for this kitchen right here, we'll kind of regroup on that.
Maybe come back out. We'll talk about it one more time or something.
Yeah, that way too. Like when you're going to pick your fixtures and your faucets and stuff, when I come back out, you know, you can have them to be like, okay, I want this here, and that way I know exactly what I'm gonna need to make those changes.
Cool.
Because like with this here, I can pretty much give you a rough estimate on, you know, doing the rough in and then coming back and doing the finish later. So basically the way it'll work is I'll come in, drill my hole, run my pipes up, you know, have them ready for the fixtures. Then once, you know, you have your toilet and all that other stuff, we'll come back and do like the toilet installation with the wax seal and setting your vanity into place and hooking it all up. It's a kind of a two-step process.
Yeah. So with the shower, you would put the drain in and the pipes in and stuff first. Then my tile guy come in and do his tile thing. Then you'll come in and put the fixtures.
Right.
That makes sense? That's
right.
how I go?
Right. So like basically, whether you get a plastic pan or you decide to go with a fully tiled in shower, what I'll do is I'll take my measurements, you know, come about halfway in your shower, drill a hole through here, run your drain line, have it stubbed up and ready. Then for the toilet, do my measurement off the wall, drill my hole, have your 4-inch coming up for it, drill holes right there in the studs for your vanity and have it ready. And then after that, once you've got your fixtures in, I'll come in, glue the toilet flange down. You know, I always do the toilet flange after the fact because you may change this flooring, you know what I mean? And basically you want to have your pipe stubbed up, but you don't want to have it in full finished mode because if you decide to change any of this flooring or anything, it could change what I've already installed. You see what I'm saying?
Gotcha. It can mess you up.
Right.
Also with the stub ups for the vanities, where you stub them up, that's going to be the center where I can put my lights, right?
Wherever you want it. Yeah, as big as this wall is, you know, as long as I'd say, what I would do is I'd have your shower, go ahead and get your shower like set up so like if you want to do tile, just be like, okay, well I want it to be like this big or that, you know what I mean? So go ahead and have your shower laid out. Then what my recommendation would be is from the edge of your shower to this wall right here, measure about halfway, plop your vanity right there. That way it's centered.
I want to do a double vanity though.
Yeah, you can do that too. But what I'm saying is like the setup as a whole, you want it to be kind of centered so it looks right. I mean, you can push it one way or the other if that's what you would prefer. But the way that I like to do it is center it with your opening. So if your shower comes out to like right here, I'd measure from there to that wall, and then put a mark in the middle, and then set the whole vanity setup right there in the center.
Center of it, yep.
Then I can run your drains and your water lines down through there, and
Gotcha. Good info, man. Appreciate you.
said valve, it can easily be maintenance behind
Right there.
it. You see what I'm saying?
I like that idea. I like that idea.
Yep.
Yep.
That's the way I prefer it done, you know, because trust me, if you ever have issues with tubs and shower valves, you want access to them if possible.
You have to rip the wall out otherwise, huh?
And see, if you got a whole shower here, let's say you did do all tile, if you got a whole shower right here, and then this is an outside wall, you either got to take that tile off or you got to go through the outside wall to fix it. You see what I'm saying? That's why I was saying if it's going to be on this wall, I'd fur it out some.
Would you put the shower on this wall, or is that too short? This way is longer, you know what I mean?
That's what I was thinking, unless you moved your toilet like over here. You know what I mean? You could do that too. It really is preference. Like, what I'm getting at is you could have your shower long ways this way. Of course, you'd have to get rid of this, but you could have your shower long ways this way and have your shower valve on this wall. Because see, if you put your shower valve on this wall, but it's long ways this way,
it's too short.
It's too short.
Not enough clearance.
Yeah.
But I could redo it, make it go that way though.
But it also depends too. I mean, because like I said, it's really a preference thing. If you wanted to, I could put your shower valve here and still put your shower head over here. You know what I mean? But it just wouldn't look right. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Let me think it over. I'm gonna think it through a little bit. You gave me something to think about, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna just write you up a estimate on the rough end to start with. That way, you know, in the meantime, you can kind of piece together in your mind how exactly you want everything to look. You know what I mean?
Yes,
But we can make anything happen that you want. That's not a problem.
cool. That's good to know.
But yeah, if it was me, just my personal preference, you know, I would say to get rid of the window, fur this out, even if you only come about this far out or so. Then have your shower valve right here and your drain down here, because it's a left-handed side. Then once you've tiled or whatever you're gonna do with the shower wall, you can have you an access panel right here to access anything you need on that shower. And then with the rest of the space you got here, that'll be the rest of your shower.
Gotcha. Okay.
Get the paperwork for it. We'll get it over to you. No worries.
All right.
All right, man.
Cool, man. Thank you. Have a good day, man. Be safe out there.
Yes, sir. Y'all have a good day.
All right, man.
See you, buddy.
Great day, everybody. Percy Hampton, Hampton Legacy 3. I'm standing in the old dining room, but now it's like we closed it off. This is going to be a closet area for the master bedroom. This is going to be the master bathroom, and this is going to be like a cubby off the living room. And then we opened up the kitchen door. You want to make sure it's like at least 36 inches wide so you can bring in your appliances. We took the cabinets down. We sent pictures of it with the cabinets up to a cabinet company. They're going to send us renderings of what we're going to do next. It had like a little soffit in there. We took that out. That's kind of old school. So we're getting ready to go into the next phase of it. I know last time y'all saw it, it was kind of opened up. That was the dining room and these cabinets were up, but we're making progress. Percy Hampton, Hampton Legacy 3.